Welcome to Legis News. My name is Santiago Parada, and I'm with my partner Ximena Garcia. Today's special coverage on finance is on the superintendence of Colombia, making a special emphasis on a task not many people knew about, the sanctioning power.
It is special to clarify that this power cannot be applied to everyone. It can only be applied to directors, administrators, legal representatives, statutory auditors, or other officers or employees of an institution subject to its oversight when they incur in any of the following events.
First, fail to comply with the legal duties or obligations that correspond to them in the performance of their functions. Second, execute acts that violate the law, the regulations issued by the national government in accordance with the Constitution and the law in the development of their powers of intervention, the bylaws, or any legal regulation to which they or the supervised institution must be subject in the exercise of their functions.
Third, fail to comply with the rules, orders, requirements, or instructions issued by the financial superintendency in the exercise of its powers when such non-compliance constitutes a violation of all law. Authorize or fail to avoid when they should have done so acts that violate the law, the regulation issued by the national government in accordance with the Constitution and the law in the exercise of its powers of intervention, the bylaws or rules or instructions issued by the financial superintendency in the exercise of its powers.
Furthermore, in order to apply sanctions, the financial superintendency has to be guided by some principles, which are principle of contradiction, in which it should be taken into account the charges made by the persons to whom a statement of charges was issued and the contradiction of the evidence submitted regularly and timely to the administrative sanctioning process. Principle of proportionality, according to which the sanctioning must be proportional to the infraction.
Exemplary principle of the sanction, according to which the sanction imposed shall persuade other directors, administrators, legal representatives, or officers or employees of the same supervised entity, in which the infraction occurred that other entities supervised by the Superintendency of Finance, to refrain from violating the rule that gave rise to the sanction. Principle of targeted disclosure, according to which the Superintendency of Finance may determine the moment in which the information shall be disclosed in cases in which the disclosure of the sanctioning may jeopardize the solvency of security of the supervised entities considered individually or as a whole.
It's important to clarify that the action to determine the commission of infringements may be initiated ex officio by reports received from third parties through the practice of administrative visits of inspection, surveillance, and control, by transfer from other authorities, by complaints or reports from natural or legal persons, and in general by any other means that offers credibility. Now, we would like to invite the expert and finances of the program, Gabriela Ceballos, who will be talking about the actual sanctions that can be imposed by the financial superintendency. Welcome, Gabriela.
Thank you for your invitation. Indeed, the administrative sanctions that the banking superintendency may impose are warnings, reprimands, and monetary fines in favor of the national treasury, or even suspension or disqualification for up to 5 years for the exercise of those positions in entities supervised by the banking superintendency that require for their performance the position before said agency. Also, they can remove administrators, directors, legal representatives, or fiscal auditors of the person supervised by it. However, these sanctions are applied without prejudice to those established by special rules. In effect, in the case of the sanctions provided for in Article 209 of these bylaws, the fine may be up to 110 million pesos.
Wow, that's interesting, but what about the criteria for graduating administrative sanctions?
There are many criteria for graduating administrative sanctions, such as the damage or danger to the legal interest protected by the banking superintendency, the economic benefit that may have been obtained for the offender or the third parties by the commission of the infraction, or the damage that such infraction may have caused. We also have to take into account the obstruction to the investigative or supervisory action of the financial superintendency, the degree of prudence and diligence with which the duties have been attended, or the pertinent legal norms that have been applied and disregard to comply with the orders issued by the banking superintendency. However, this graduation criteria shall not be applied in the imposition of those pecuniary sanctions regulated by special rules, the amount of which is calculated using the methodology indicated by such provisions and other legal controls applicable to the entity supervised by the banking superintendency.
Thank you, Gabriela. Important to know what sanctions can be imposed.
Now, it's important to ask the question if there's a public interest when the superintendent imposes a sanction. That's why we invited our expert on public interest, Juan Jose Rincon. So, tell us, Juan Jose, is there a public interest?
Well, the answer is yes. According to the Constitution, in the Article 78, the law shall regulate the quality control of goods and services offered and rendered to the community, as well as the information to be provided to the public in their commercialization. What we said is to keep in mind that most people use it to earn their money around commerce. The production and the commercialization of goods and services violate the health, safety, and adequate supply to consumers and users should be liable in accordance with the law. Besides that, the state also regulates the financial stock market, insurance, and any other activities related to the management, use, and investment of funds raised from the public. We can argue that everybody who wants to grow in the market must follow some norms that limit and forbid special conducts. Besides that, what I said before, Congress has the faculty to regulate finances, the stock market, insurance, and any other activities related to management, use, and investment of funds raised from the public due to the Article 150 of the Colombian Constitution. Finally, the President brings to the Financial Superintendency some important functions of public interest by the Article 189 as organizing public credit, recognizing the national debt, and arranging for its service, modifying tariff rates and other provisions concerning the customs regime, regulating foreign trade, and to intervene in the financial market, stock market, insurance, and any other activities related to the management, use, and investment of resources from the savings of third parties in accordance with the law.
Thank you, Juan Jose. It's really important to know that the sanctions serve a superior purpose. With that, we finish today's transmission.
Thank you for synchronizing us today. We hope to see you all soon. This is Legis News.